So today, I thought I'd go through the money aspect of traveling because as a first-time traveler that I'm about to go, I didn't realize just how much you had to buy and just how expensive it actually is. When I first looked into doing backpacking, I heard there's cheap ways of doing it and do the cheap option. And it's very cheap to go traveling and cheap this, cheap that. I saw all over YouTube that backpacking is cheap. And I was wrong. So wrong. So I'm going to go through a few things that I've spent money on beforehand, just to sort of give people an idea. If anyone wants to do this, at least you'll know to save a bit more money than you were planning on saving, because it's ridiculous. So first thing I found out that I had to spend money on, as I'm going through South America, and I needed to get vaccinations for quite a few places I'm going. So you literally just go to the doctor and they tell you what you need to get done. Some of them are free. I got a few for free from the NHS in England anyway. Wait. I got myself, what did I get? I got my little travel vaccinations. So I've got hepatitis A, typhoid fever, tetanus, polio, diphtheria. They're all in one. Diphtheria. Not important. Those are the things I got for free from the NHS. But then I also had to get hepatitis B from Boots. That's where I went to get my vaccinations, Boots. Yellow fever, which apparently is a very important one in South America, because you need to bring this yellow fever slip with you in order to get into certain countries. So that's a very important one you need to get. And then I also chose to get rabies, just in case, you know, he said if you get bitten by an animal, I could get rabies. The thing with rabies I found out is it doesn't actually make you immune to rabies, the shots. If you get rabies, I believe you have about an hour before you die, or before it goes really bad. But if you get the vaccination, then you've got 24 to 48 hours to get to a hospital before you die. So I thought it'd be good to just get the rabies shot. On that rare occasion I get bit by a rabid dog, at least I'll have at least a day or two to live. All I've had to do is those 3 vaccinations that I've had to pay for. I've got the other 3 for free, and these 3 I've paid for. I had 3 trips to get them, so you get the first 3 in the first one. The yellow fever is just 1 shot, but hepatitis B and rabies are 3 shots, and then another 2 next year to get a booster. So that cost me altogether, the first trip for the 3 vaccinations was 187 quid, I think, around there, 180 odd quid. Then the next vaccinations, it was just the 2 shots, hepatitis B and rabies. That was like £104, I think. And then same again next time, £104. So that's what, like 300 and nearly 400 quid for just those 3 vaccinations. So £400 on top of my travel expenses. Also, I've had to get travel insurance, which I think it wasn't that bad, travel insurance. I managed to find one that was about 90 quid, and that covers me for a whole year. When I asked for a month, the cheapest one was about 90 quid. That was a good one, the cheapest, best deal. Cost me about 90 quid, I think. I can't remember exactly how much I spent, but it was about that. And that's covered me for quite a lot of stuff, to be honest. I looked into it, and it looked good, but I can't remember what it covers me for. But, you know, 90 quid on top of the £400 of the vaccinations. That's 490, we'll say. The flights, I've had to pay for a ticket, but I don't know when I'm coming back, so I just got a one-way to South America, and that was about £600. That includes like a suitcase. I can't remember what else I included. I found the best deal. It was about 550 quid, I think, but I'm just calling it 600 because most of the other ones were about £600. So we'll say 600. So that's £1,900 so far on just before traveling. I've had to get myself a travel bag, which you've probably seen in my other videos. This guy over here, that costs about £140, 140 quid just for the bag that I'm taking. I did do a lot of research into what bag I should take, so I've got a proper one, £40 one, £140 one. Luckily for me, I got that as a birthday present, so I didn't have to buy that. But I'm just including it because at least people know what they need to buy for traveling. Another thing I've bought, which might not affect you guys if you're going traveling, is I bought this camera that I'm recording on right now. Because I'm I would say I'm a hobbyist photographer and videographer. I love to take pictures and make videos and all that stuff. But, one second. Oh, what the Right, this is my usual camera, the Canon T5i, which I realise is the American version now, but at the time I thought it was the only version. The English version is the 700D, and I got the American version, which is harder to repair in England, which I have found out. So I got the Canon T5i, plus this expensive Canon L lens that I have. Very expensive lens, kind of expensive camera. It was about 500 quid for the camera when I got it. This lens costs new 1,500, but I got it for 500 because it was second-hand and it had a little scratch on the lens, which doesn't affect anything. So I didn't really want to take this massive, bulky, really heavy lens as well, camera, to South America with me, where it might get nicked. So I've spent money on this camera that I'm using right now. And I also have the sound thing for the camera for my videos, which, by the way, the sound in this camera is not great, so I apologize for that. It sucks having bad sound quality. The camera I've got now is the Sony, what is it, Sony A7X? Wait, is that a A7 fold? So what's it called? Sony RX100V Mark V it is, which I did a lot of research into this, and this is probably the best camera for travel photography that's in a small digital, camera that I can fit in my pocket. New, this camera cost about 700 quid, I think. I didn't want to spend 700 quid because I'd have to buy the little tripod that it's on right now, but also I wanted 2 extra batteries just for when it dies. And I've got nowhere to charge it, So I managed to find it secondhand on Facebook Marketplace, the camera and 3 batteries with it, and the grip that it comes with as well. All that for about 480 quid, and I've just spent like 20 quid on the little tripod that it's got on right now. So, say £500 on top of the, 1,590 quid I think it was. So that's like £2,000 already now, and that's before I go travelling. So, £2,000 before going travelling. I had no idea it was going to be this expensive. My plan for travelling was about £3,000 plus another £600 for the ticket back. So £3,600 I was hoping to have. I'm currently under budget because I didn't realise how expensive all this stuff was. Another thing I've bought, recently I got myself a new phone. I got that with EE as an upgrade. And I asked when I got it as a contract if they could give me data in South America, and they don't have any deals at EE. Like, they just can't provide data in South America. And it was very annoying because they can provide it in a lot of other places, including Mexico, which is right next to South America, but they just can't do it in South America. So what I've had to do is get the phone I literally just got rid of. I checked that it's unlocked, which it is, luckily, and I bought a SIM card for that. So that's 20 quid a month now, on top of the money I've already spent, 20 quid a month, so I can have data, 14 gigs in South America every month. I've got free calls and free texts to England as well, so I can phone my family for free, which is great. And I've got 14 gigs of data, so if I can check Google Maps while I'm out there, I can check who's nearby, or if I'm meeting anyone, don't have to go somewhere with Wi-Fi. So I've got 2 phones with me. I might leave this phone and bring this one, because if this one gets nicked, I'm not that bothered. It's quite old now and it's not my main phone. Obviously it would suck if I got nicked because I won't have internet out there, but at least I won't be losing my main phone. And I'll only be gone for 3 months, so. So that's what is that? Is that 2,090 quid? I can't remember if I worked it out to that. But it was about 2,090 quid plus 20 quid a month. Plus I'm also paying for this contract. I think that's pretty much all I've bought. There's probably more. There's a lot more stuff I've bought for myself. Things like, my little travel cubes to organise my bag. I bought my case for the ukulele. I bought new shoes for travelling in. Like, if you're going to any place that's hiking, if you're going to be doing a lot of hiking on your travels, you're going to have to spend a lot more money on that, because I found that decent hiking shoes cost at least like 80 quid, or you can get them for 60 quid I think. But if you get cheaper than that, they're probably not going to be worth it, so I didn't want to splash out for expensive hiking boots. I'm just gonna punish my feet and then just try and recover if I can the next few days if I go hiking. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's just extra bits that I wanted, like clothing that I'm taking. I got myself a first aid kit for about 20 quid. I got some cutlery, they were about 20 quid, 10 quid, something like that. Just things like that really. I got like some notebooks, I got some chocolate to take, pens, just extra bits. Nothing that's too important, nothing you need to note down unless you're personally wanting to take this stuff. But that's mainly it. I've spent about well over £2,000 on everything altogether, including the things that, you know, the little things that I wanted personally. So if you're gonna go backpacking through anywhere, you know, save up the money you're going to be taking there, but also have a lot of money beforehand for vaccinations and travel insurance, tickets, you know, if you're getting a SIM card. Just be wary of all the extra bits you're gonna have to spend money on. Don't just save up £3,000 for travelling and not think about the extra bits you're going to need to get before you go travelling. Unless you want to risk it and find a really cheap flight, go without vaccinations. I just thought I'd make this video because I was very surprised at how much money I've had to spend. I thought I was going to be over budget until I found out all the stuff you have to pay for before. I'd just like to also mention that having a credit card is very useful. I saw this in a video, in Hey Nadine's video, and I just thought, since I'm saying the stuff that I've bought and I've got for travelling, I thought I'd mention that I've ordered a credit card, even though it's not going to arrive. I thought I'd just mention it, because if you're looking into travelling now and you just want to see what you've got to get beforehand, get a credit card as soon as you can. I think it's very good. Just do a lot of research, make sure you read everything about it, because you don't want to get a credit card and it turns out you've just got yourself into a lot of problems. I don't know. So yeah, credit cards are very useful. I've ordered one, but I'm going away in 2 days and it's not arrived yet, so I have a feeling I'm not going to get that credit card, so I'm kind of gutted about that. It was very good to have one as well, because if somebody steals it, then at least you've got your bank card hidden away somewhere else, and you've got 2 options of payment instead of just your bank card that gets nicked. Right, that's it now. Hopefully I've helped out somebody. Just thought I'd give some advice, just pass on the knowledge that I have learnt, which came as a surprise to me. So hopefully if you're planning on going travelling in a few months, you'll have a bit of extra time to save up more money and get this stuff done. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to be trying to post as much as I can on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and bye.